The Light Between Seasons. Lena was a freelance illustrator living in a cozy apartment in rainy Seattle, where she found solace in the soft patter of rain against her windows and the scent of old books lining her shelves. Her world was quiet, painted with shades of solitude and the gentle rhythm of creating art. She wasn't lonely, not exactly, just used to the space she occupied alone. One afternoon in October, while sketching people in a downtown cafe, her eyes caught someone new. He was tall, slightly disheveled, with the kind of quiet presence that didn't demand attention but still held it. He had a worn journal in one hand, a coffee in the other, and eyes that carried something she couldn't name. His name was Theo. He noticed her sketching and gave her a small nod and a smile. She smiled back, then looked away quickly, cheeks warming. She didn't expect him to approach, but he did. "Am I in your sketchbook?" he asked. Teasing but gentle. Flustered, she flipped the page. "Just practicing." He sat across from her. "May I stay?" And from that moment, he did. He stayed through conversations that stretched into the night, through walks beneath golden leaves, through the awkward dance of two people learning each other's hearts. Theo was a writer, struggling through a block he couldn't quite break. Lena became his muse, his metaphor, his quiet inspiration, and he, unknowingly, was her color palette, bringing warmth and chaos and light into her structured world. They weren't perfect. Lena feared vulnerability. Theo sometimes disappeared into his own mind, but they learned to leave the door open for each other, to speak even when it was hard, to listen even when it hurt. Winter came, and so did the question. Theo was offered a writing residency in Iceland, a dream he had chased for years. It meant 6 months apart. It meant risk. "I don't want to lose this," he said one night, fingers laced with hers. "You won't," she whispered. "We'll find each other in every letter, every call, every quiet thought. Go chase your dream. I'll be here." They kissed beneath a snowfall, a promise sealed in silence. Distance wasn't easy. There were days it stretched unbearably. But they held on, through late-night voice messages, shared sunrises across screens, and handwritten letters mailed across oceans. When Theo returned in the spring, Lena waited at the same cafe where they met. Sketchbook in hand, he sat across from her again. Older somehow, but still him. She handed him a page. It was a drawing of 2 figures, one standing in the rain, the other holding out an umbrella. "I never stopped sketching you," she said. He reached for her hand. "And I never stopped writing about you." Love, they learned, isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's the quiet choice to stay, to return, to begin again with every season. Between the lines of us. Lena had always believed love was simple, until she met Ethan and Noah. Ethan was her best friend since childhood, the boy who knew her favorite songs, who held her hand through every heartbreak, and who made her laugh when the world felt too heavy. He was safety, warmth, and everything that felt like home. Then came Noah, mysterious, poetic, and full of fire. He showed her a version of herself she never knew existed. With Noah, life was an adventure, full of late-night drives, whispered dreams, and kisses that made time stop. She loved them both, but in different ways. Ethan never confessed, afraid to ruin what they had. Noah, bold and unafraid, told her he loved her after 2 months. Her heart split, one half dancing in Noah's flame, the other rooted in Ethan's quiet steadiness. In the end, she chose herself. She sat him down, tears in her eyes, and said, "I love you both, but I need to find out who I am without either of you. I need to write my own story, not just be part of yours." Years later, she met him again, Ethan smiling beside his fiancée, and Noah, calmer, with a book of poetry in hand. They all smiled, a little older, a little wiser, and still full of love, but finally at peace.